Hey guys, and welcome on to the next video. So first, I want to say thank you to every single one of you that auditioned for this project. I had 340 of you audition. And with people auditioning for multiple characters, I had close to 600, if not more, auditions to go through. And this is where I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I was expecting 25, maybe 50 max auditions. That's unreal. I'm gonna be real, this is my first venture into this. I am a nobody whenever it comes to audio dramas. I don't have a reputation behind me that shows that I'm gonna be the most amazing director, that everything will go exactly according to plan, anything like that. And 340 of you put your trust in me to make this project. And it was awesome. I really am so thankful for each and every one of you. Some of you in the forum told me that you were so glad that I had diversity options and that it looked like I was taking that seriously. I am, absolutely. I want everyone who wants to be involved with this, no matter your background, no matter your gender, no matter anything. I want you, if you're the right role, to be a part of this. And there's so many of you that are like, hey, I'm just gonna follow this even if I don't get casted. And that means the world to me because, like I said before, I made something else and hardly anyone has seen it. Hardly anyone's heard of it. And I'm just so excited that I'm actually doing this. And I'm so thankful to each one of you. I keep saying it, but I mean it. Thank you. You've made the start of this process so freaking awesome, and I am so happy. So now we're gearing up for the next part. What is the next part, Caleb? Well, next part of this video is going to be going over the forms, what went well, what I would change for next time, everything like that. So you can see a little bit of what went into that and what my mindset was about all of it. So stay tuned. You can get a little bit of that. After that, we're going to see a little bit of the actual casting process. I'm going to have my final actors that I'm casting, and I'm going to get on a Zoom call with some of my friends, and we're going to go over that, and we're going to talk about them, and you'll get to see little snippets here and there, some reactions, everything like that. Then, after that, there might be a little surprise for you. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to look at is going to be the form that I made. So you see, of course, first up we have our logo, everything like that. Then we have all the kind of background information. The deadline for the audition, we have the production type, the title, how long it's going to be, an email address where they can reach me at if they have any questions. Really important one, the location, whether this is going to be completely remote, whether this is going to be in a studio somewhere. Make sure you put that way people know where to go. Compensation and all of this stuff based around compensation, how they will be compensated, when, everything like that. Then we have our log line for the story. And then recordings. Hey, if you're chosen for a role, you will be set up with a Zoom session with me because we're going to be doing live recording. and when they'll be scheduled. So actors have multiple projects that they're possibly working on at the same time. They need to know when everything is gonna happen, right? So then we have our audition information. What we're looking for as far as audio quality, because we have a certain standard that we're trying to do. What kind of microphones are preferred and everything like that. And then now how to do the audition. You can do 1 to 3 takes per character you're auditioning for. This is the really big one for me. Whenever I personally audition, I prefer the ABC format because some lines lead into the next line. So whenever I don't do that, it's really rough on me, kind of getting into that moment and then having to pull myself back out. Some people prefer the AABBCC format and everything like that. So giving them that option is really nice. Now, while the story is set, the script is fluid. This is one of my biggest things, even as a filmmaker. Yes, there are all of these points, these story beats in the overarching story, but you can change the script a little bit. Some people might prefer to say it a different way. Some people will kind of really get into the character and be like, I think they might try and say it this way. Cool, let's do a couple takes of it like that. I might like it whenever I go back into edit. More stuff is better than not enough, in my opinion, as far as editing goes. Rather have too much and not use a lot of it than have too little and wish I had that one little nugget. And then how they save their auditions, how they name them, and of course they can audition for multiple characters. So this next one, this is going to be all of the who can and cannot audition. I require actors to be at least 18 or older. No prior acting experience is required for this. This is one of my favorite things. All actors start from somewhere, so why not let them start here? Who knows? One of these actors, if they're brand new, might go on to do crazy things. So, hey, there we go. And this last one, this is a really big thing for me. I like to be inclusive for all peoples. You're an actor. I encourage you as an actor to apply and audition because, hey, I'm looking for a voice. You can be trans, you can be non-binary, you can be gender conforming. That doesn't matter to me. As long as you have the voice for the character that I would like, that's really what I'm hoping you bring to the table. And why some of these characters that are they them pronouns, I would love to have a they them person to, apply and audition for it. That would be so cool. You bring something to the table that not everyone knows. So after that, we have our audition form. And they click right here, go straight to the forum, fill that out. And then of course, if they have any other questions, reiterating my email address, as I move it around. Then down here we have the roles. Now the roles are really cool. They give you a brief summary of the character, how many lines they have within the entire audio drama. That's important for some people because, hey, wow, it's $480 for Roland, but oh, it's 220 lines. It's going to take some time to record all those lines. And then of course here I have it set up. Here's a little piece of direction, not a whole lot, and then the lines that they will be given. And then of course I give them a piece of character art. I opted for character art instead of notes on how the voice that I'm looking for, because I want this cast to feel diverse. So I'm not looking for any specific accents. I would honestly prefer a few different accents because the world that I've built is very diverse. So there will be people of all different dialects and accents mixing around with one another. So hey, that's kind of what I'm wanting. That's the reason I didn't give any specific voice direction. That is going to be the casting form. And then we got our audition form over here. So what this does is it gives me all of the information that I need for my Google Sheet. And the reason I chose to go with Google Forms is I can make a spreadsheet, and it's just a little bit easier for me. It automatically does that and everything. So we have here, of course, their name, what pronouns they would like me to use for them, preferred contact info. This is one that I would change for next time. I would prefer to put preferred contact email because in my Google Sheet, if you put like your Discord or something first, that's what it's going to auto-populate for. So I just have to do a little bit more digging whenever I go to my Google Sheet in order to get the email. Time zone, because we are going to be doing live directing. I want to get your time zone because I need to know if I need to wake up early or if we're going to be about the same time, everything like that. So whenever we schedule that session, we can get all good. Of course, reiterating, are you able to do recording sessions over Zoom with the voice director? Yes, no, maybe. Just I need to get that information. What characters they're auditioning for. Here they can upload up to 5 files. And some people wanted to apply for more and everything like that. So they just had to fill out another form. A lot of people did that, and they just like, see my other form for all the other questions and everything like that. It's no problem. So those are the ones that I need information for. After that, that's going to be our optional stuff. That way I can kind of sort through it in my Google Sheet. Are they willing to voice a background character? Hey, if you are, awesome. I have guards and merchants and bandits and everything like that need voices. So after I get my initial cast, I can go back through and be like, ooh, I really like this person's fighting noises, fighting voice that they used. So hey, would you mind playing a guard for this fight scene and everything like that? It just helps me there. Any previous experience with voice acting in audio dramas? Hey, do you have any? Do you know what it's kind of like? Do you know what the process is like? That helps me out. Link to a character demo. This is a good one because this will give you some other vocal ranges that the actor has. If they have one of these, then you can kind of see, ooh, I like where they went with this, but I wish their voice was a little different. I can go and look at their character demo and be like, oh, here's, if they just give that performance with this voice, holy crap, there we go, I got it. This is a big one for me right here. Are there any situations in a script that you would not feel comfortable acting in? Yes, my script is safe for work. There is no sexual violence or anything like that, but there is cursing, depictions of PTSD, anxiety, violence. Some people are not comfortable acting in those situations, and that is perfectly fine. But giving them that upfront information, holy crap, helps them out to make sure that they know going into this, rather than getting cast and then getting hit with, oh, I'm not comfortable anymore, and this might be a big scene. Oh, we've already done all this stuff. I'm gonna have to recast this role, right? Giving them that upfront information is so important. Treating your actors like they're people, and all people are different, and all people have different triggers. Giving them some of that information up front. And this also allows for them to give me any triggers that they have, because there might be one that I didn't think of, and help work around it and everything like that. And then of course, anything else you want to share. This is where a lot of people put their websites and everything like that. I can get to know them a little bit more. Really and truly, that's what this forum is for me to get to know the person a little bit more, as much as I can via internet, right? So if you want a little bit more information, there's a fantastic article here. I'll link it in the description below, but this is what I read whenever I made my audition form. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I basically copy and pasted a lot of this stuff and used it, reworded it for how I needed it to go. But it gives a lot of useful information. How to set up character information, how to set up your lines, because there's a lot of different ways you can set up your lines. And also making a form gives you a lot of information there. So highly suggest reading this if you are looking at casting. the method that I did. Now, a lot of people are going to ask me the same question. Caleb, why did you use a Google form and a Google Doc and all that kind of stuff in order to cast your characters? There are sites like Casting Call Club that are free and all these other things. The reason I did that is because, like I said before, I am a nobody. This is my first big project, right? People don't know my work ethic. People don't know the projects that I release, the quality that I want them, or anything like that. I need people to see that, and I need people to know that I mean business. And so, what that did, you can see here, I have 192 followers. I am literally bottom end on the totem pole here. Because that's actually 80 more than I had 3 weeks ago whenever I started this. I've been doing a small amount of promo showing concept art that I made via Midjourney, character art that I got with brief descriptions of characters. I then made this to get to know people, to build up a list of actors that I like and that I would possibly want to work with in the future. That way, next time I do this, I can send out emails and I can be like, hey, I loved your voice. Here's my next project. This is getting me more people to hopefully listen to my audio drama, and this is getting me more people to network with. Another thing that I highly suggest to you, if you go the route I did, right? You're doing this VA casting retweet. If you're doing a audio drama, a podcast, a video game, anything that involves casting, and you're doing it via Twitter, I highly recommend these. You can see after this, that's where I got a majority of these people coming on here and a majority of these clicks. Because there's such a good network of people there that will start retweeting you, that will start liking it, that will start commenting on it so more people can see it. I posted that about an hour after I made the initial tweet. I was at work. For the next 3 hours of my shift, my phone did not stop buzzing for retweets, for likes, and for comments. And you might look at this and be like, well, it was the first, it was you announcing it. Maybe it was just, you got that much stuff because it was your initial announcement. A lot of people were looking at it. So we'll scroll up, right? And here I made my second announcement 3 days later. You can see not a whole lot of engagement, right? But then, all right, I got a 7-day, more information. Here, this was 2 weeks into it. 1,000 people clicked the link. 2,000 people looked at this. Just because I did a simple, hey, can I get a little signal boost here? They retweeted it, and there's such a big VA community that will help. So that is why I made this form instead of going on Casting Call Club, is because I'm trying to build my audience now and hopefully do a little promotion for this for whenever it does come out. So the next thing we're going to look at is going to be some of that casting.
Jay did a good build as well. I'm trying to look over my sporadic notes too.
Right. What I liked about SJ is he had a very, I don't know if cordial is the right word, but he had a very nice voice that whenever the character started to get angry and started to show that side, the change was just it was there.
Yeah,
innately, which is what I liked about him.
So I have a top 3.
Okay.
I also liked Joseph. For him
Mhm.
specifically, I said that he did like Koi really well, which I appreciated. I
Yeah.
liked the mental break and the switch at his end and the switch at the end. For SJ, I wasn't in love with his earlier lines, but I really liked his manic break. I didn't feel like he flipped as much, but he was very impassioned, and to me that made up for it.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to say this wrong. Is it Juwan?
Yes.
Okay, I could listen to his voice for the rest of my life and
Yes.
be perfectly happy.
That's one of the reasons I put him in here. His voice is just such a nice voice.
It is a great voice, and I liked his inflections. Like, again, I thought he did a good job, like the playful villain in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought he had a really good flip from manic back to normal at the end. So those are my top 3.
I need some guidance here.
I am a little sad because I wanted this to be Juwan so bad, but he kind of made Roland sound a little evil. And I was like, Juwan,
in what way? What line? What line?
I'm trying. Well, okay, so
Here, I can pull it back up.
Okay, do it.
Juwan
Dying.
Royal. Roland.
Yeah, when he was dying.
Now, let's see. But when they were about to leave, the brigands saw the smallest glimmer of gold and found that there was a chest that had
It's
yet
not
to be
this
discovered.
one, obviously.
Yeah.
I have a goddamn name! I may be a priest, but not by my own doing. You think I asked for this damned responsibility? You think I asked to willingly be treated like the shit you and others think I am?
That does.
I think it's this one.
You say
Okay, that
follow
laugh.
the
Are you
fates.
fucking kidding me?
That bitch of a goddess follows them. Maybe this is her fate. She was fated to be taken. I am fated to go home.
Yes, villainous. I see what you mean.
I definitely think it's the laugh. That I was like, oh no.
I can see that, but this is the point in the story right at the end of the second act where Nora gets taken and like it's raining and they're out searching for her and he's like calling out to her and then Ava comes up and is like, what the fuck did you do? And just keeps calling her priest, and that's where he snaps because he's like, that's whenever he has that line of, I have a goddamn name, like you haven't been referring to me. So I mean, I could see that better with Brooks based off of that. What do you guys think?
I would agree. Also for Emily, I wrote that I liked her second take better.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
I was just trying to hear the voices next to each other. I think that those two fit age-wise. Sorry, vocal age-wise, closer together. That whenever you hear them, they sound younger. They sound around the same age. Whereas Diana was a little too young, if that makes sense.
Landon's second take.
I feel like Landon's second.
Oh no.
I was more of a fan of Landon's first take because it sounded like kind of crazy old man.
Yeah, I literally wrote, oh my god, he sounds so kooky. I love him. Because go ahead, Colby.
Say the opposite. That's it. Go ahead.
Knowing Nora's character. Well, Joe sounded too young to me. That was my only complaint. He had a great voice. I just didn't think. And I know that 65 is not like knocking on death's door, but like back in the olden days, it was pretty old.
That's my fault. That makes total more sense. I would say then Landon would definitely be the front runner with that first one.
Oh, Colby. Colby was like, why do y'all want this old sounding man?
Prospector on. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
But yeah, during Landon's second take, I was like, you are golden.
Yeah.
Why you do this?
All right. So there we are.
I'm gonna say Oliver all day on this one. That was solid.
I was gonna say Max is who I expected Stefan to sound like, except for the commanding one. And then Oliver came out the gate, and I was like, this is what I actually needed. It's not what I wanted, it's what I needed.
Okay.
Yes. I loved the way he read the second line, and I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah,
I love Oliver.
You could hear him like pointing at somebody and like going, okay.
Run it back. Yeah, I want to hear this one more time. That was good.
Oliver Smith, Stefan.
Well, thank you so very much. Let me walk you out. Nonsense. Work can wait. I won't take but a short time to get the door. Roland, let him go! I need men here, quickly! This one's got some sort of poison.
Yeah.
I think it's the let him go.
Yeah, I'm about to get off my couch. I'm about to be like, Oliver needs men. Like, I must answer the call.
All right, guys. So that was the casting process. That is, honestly, I had up till this video planned. The next things that I do will probably be a little bit more like the going over the form and everything like that. It's going to be an actual process. Show you a little bit of what it looks like while I make sound effects. If you would like to see a little bit of the back end forms as far as my talent release form, everything like that, I can show you some of that process. But hopefully next we'll see some sound design and barring the actors being okay with it, maybe even some live direction. This is becoming more real every single day, and it makes my heart go 500 miles an hour with excitement, with fear, with every feeling underneath the sun, both good and bad, if I'm being real. Buckle up, because this is gonna get even crazier than it already is. Let's go on an adventure together.
No! You lousy sons of bitches! Get some kind of help out here! No.
Yenna needs someone to watch over her. She won't leave you. Will you, Yenna?
No, you aren't leaving me, old man. I ain't be left behind by people no more. It isn't this time! You said you'd keep me company. You promised!
Learn, Nora. Learn everything they have to teach. Read the books I brought. I'm sure Ava can take a trip and get the rest of them. Be more than that girl I found in Aramo. Protect everyone in this.
I only come here to do business. 500 gold. I hear you know a girl goes by the name Nora Bristol. I can pay 500 more if you can track her down and kill her. I, of course, will follow along to ensure you do.
All right. I'll get some more guys. We'll be ready soon. The hell are you looking at? Go get some other guys and clean up this mess.
I didn't see what happened, but the girl should be dead.
No, I can track her. I found her this far. I can catch up to her.
Twice you let her go. That is twice too many.
I got caught for nabbing coin from a couple of stores. Made some good gold for a while. Lived pretty well off. Even had my own carriage to ride through town with.
Okay, old man, I really didn't want to hear the whole life story. I don't want to be dead by the time we get to the whole why you were in here. Just figured I'd ask.